The city is alive, or rather, undead, because the monsters finally are loose. That's right, everyone. Welcome to Monster the Ravaging, Chapter 12, a chronicle of Gothic punk terror. My name is Philip, and I am the Storyteller, because there's nothing pretentious about the way they deem things in this system. And I am joined by the monsters. Monsters say, finally, after years in the dark, we will step into the light and the world will see us and look upon our true face and scream in despair, and then we will know who we truly fear most, them or ourselves.
Finally, after years in the dark, I will step out of the shadows and the world will see my true face, and it will know the despair that I see in myself.
I'm glad you had a lot of it in there.
85%, like 85%.
You had a lot of the word. Hey, you're fine. Welcome, everyone.
Funny that you think the Countess sees despair in herself.
No. Only in the way that you all do, as you stand in the shadows and wonder what you truly could be, what is truly behind the veil of your monstrous forms. So this is tonight's mocktail is fake Aperol, fake white rum, and fake gin, and I don't know what that is in real life. But I'm going to say this is the most convincing fake cocktail I've had.
Aperol, gin, and what's the other?
White rum. And
Does it come pre-made, or you said you bought 3 different things and combined them?
I've bought like 6 different things at this point.
Wow.
What the hell? I've gone very all in on this brand Lyres, which is funny because it's like because it's like Lyres, like it's not real alcohol, but it's Lyre, and it's
So you can play it if you're a bard.
Yeah, basically. But the point is, I can play my bottles for their Lyres. I think the bitter Aperol really makes it, that, and the other ones just have a little whatever to them. It's it really tastes like, oh yeah, this is an alcoholic drink. Have fun. And I got real maraschino cherries.
Oh, nice.
The ones that are like $1 trillion and not
the Luxardo ones.
Luxardo.
Yeah.
They're so good.
They're really good.
So good though.
But it's funny that you said real maraschino cherries, because real maraschino cherries are like fake cherries. But Luxardo's managed to convince us that they're really high.
I guess what I'm trying to say is
they're just candied cherries.
Yeah, the ones that are candied not with formaldehyde. Like the ones you get in the ice cream section.
The ones that still look like a cherry color,
right?
And not
the ones who have not been banned in the state of California.
Are they banned?
No, but I mean they use red dye, so I'm sure they will eventually.
Oh, that's right.
Because these don't use any dye; they're just in
the ones that feel like that don't feel like they'll be good 1,000 years after the nuclear holocaust.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be how you like it. Eating those, you'll have less radiation in you. Yeah.
I ate a maraschino cherry when I was 3 and vomited, and haven't had one since.
Wow, like a bright, like a Shirley Temple bright red one.
Yeah, we didn't have Luxardos in the 70s.
Interesting. But
I'm
so
very
you
excited
haven't
for that to be a
had
chapter
it
in your next cook. I'm excited for that to be a chapter in your next cookbook where you go there, you explain how to de-cherify any recipes.
Yeah, take out the maraschinos from any recipe.
Is that man? Because I always loved those in as a kid. That was so fun.
Oh.
One time on an airplane, they just put it in our Sprite for us. It wasn't even a Shirley Temple.
I mean,
it's amazing.
No grenadine or anything, just a Sprite with a damn FDC number 3 bomb.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Delicious.
Also, I thought your intro was going to be a Sound of Music riff.
Oh.
And then you zagged on me.
The city is alive, but now it is dead. Yeah.
Well, it paused like you were about to go into it and then thought better of it.
The city is alive with the sound of carnage, something like that, yeah. Well, let's speaking of what the city is and is not alive with, let's talk about what's going on.
Catch me up, boys.
Catch you up, because you were last here in Chapter 10 when you were offered a contract by Mephistopheles, who was busy with Beanie Babies, but he paused to kind of chat with you about, what upcoming things could be. And
not going to take off.
You what?
Beanie Babies aren't going to take off.
He is there.
Side note that's just very strange is after that week after that episode, the Dollop, the history podcast I like to listen to, did an episode on Beanie Babies.
I knew that they were going to. That's why I did it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm really in the thing. So you guys were considering taking this deal. It's a very good deal. It gives you a lot, I shouldn't say it's a good deal. It's a deal that offers you a lot of power in exchange for, like, obedience, which some of you said that's the situation we're in already. Why not have a new person? Others of you said, that second part. They then basically said, well, before we do this, maybe we should talk to Stephanie, or we should talk to Luca. Maybe we can get more information before we commit to this. So, with the Countess basically present, but just chatting to hot miscreants, I think was the term you'd used when you were disappointed at what there weren't outside of the Hell's Kitchen place. So we'll just say you were talking to hot miscreants the other time while the following occurred.
Okay.
Truman was convinced by the Countess, Gaius, and Johnny to at least contact Luca to set up a meeting. He set one up in Washington Square Park because he figured that was a good spot for an ambush. You guys brought out a ton of monsters in your employ to lay in the shadows, lay in wait in case you started blowing everybody up. Gaius put piranhas in the fountain, which was pretty rad. So the Washington Square Park fountain is now full of piranhas. That's just happening.
It'll be a legend in New York.
Exactly.
For all time.
Truman took a position on top of the arch, and Johnny called in it's at a considerable expense, but he went ahead and put in an order for you guys to purchase some enchanted weapons and bullets that can deal true damage. At this point, a woman appeared at 4:45 a.m. Guys, dawn is coming. Dawn is fast approaching. But it wasn't her she was wearing the right jacket. It was some woman whom Luca had threatened and made go to this meeting to hand a cell phone to you guys. And everyone started looking around knowing she must be here. But as Gaius spoke to Luca on the phone and kind of managed to charm her, she admitted that her target, who she had been hired to kill, and that she had as part of it, she kind of, I don't think we officially said this, but she sort of intimated that she did hire those witches as part of what she was up to. She's being paid $100 million in 1994 money.
Wow.
Which is considerable.
Wow.
To take out Faust. That is a money that Gaius thinks could be gathered by the Menagerie, but no one could have done that in secret. Or it would have been hard to do that in secret. Or it's money being paid by the Vatican. Because the whole time Gaius really thinks it's the Vatican, and he's sure it's the Vatican, knowing that Faust is the head of the monsters, the Menagerie, that's this whole thing. Luca also revealed that the reason there have been ravagings at all are that part of how she is supposed to kill, there are conditions to how she's supposed to kill her target, and he needs to have done a ravaging for her to do it. So that's why she's been trying to trigger more of them, and she was there for whatever. Mm-hmm. But she did kind of mention that there is an even harder way she could satisfy her contract. Gaius goaded her into accepting $40 million from you all to attempt to kill him without causing a ravaging, thus not getting you further in trouble. She accepted, and they said, "Where are you? You can come out. We're all..." And she's like, "I'm literally not there. I am looking at him through the scope of a rifle barrel right now. He's on a houseboat." So you guys were like, okay, let's get into our helicopters and find where there are houseboats. We did some research about where there are houseboats. It came down to Rockaway or City Island.
Okay.
Oh, and Truman's backup helicopter arrived, piloted by a guy named Archie. Anyway, then Truman got a call from Lazarus, who was sort of checking in since he'd heard you guys were calling out a bunch of people, and he was like, you're sharing information with me, I would love for this to all go smoothly for you, etc., kind of saying, this is going on. He also once again said, don't talk to the target, definitely don't talk to that person, Luca, just basically making keep this all super quiet. Upon doing that, Truman said, gotcha, we're heading to Staten Island, that's where he is. And Lazarus was like, oh my god, he's out of the city. So basically Lazarus said, okay, fine. When his team lands at dawn, apparently they'll go straight to Staten Island. However, Truman then came and said, now I am sure that this is all Lazarus doing, because he's trying to keep this quiet. This is some coup he's up to. And Johnny's like, should we report Lazareth to the Nethermost Council? They weren't sure if Lazareth is a part of it or not. You never know. Truman knows someone who probably is on the Lazareth Council. And then he called his contact, William. No, we know last names, but he called his contact William, who's a big deal in government. And I mean, they had a conversation.
Okay.
He's really slick.
Yeah.
And he is, and the thing is, he does belong in this menagerie because we know he's really a monster too. But the point is,
What kind of a monster is William?
well, I don't need to get into that because it kind of like ruins. It's like it's not very fun to talk about. I mean, it's like it's legitimately terrible and like it's like not a funny joke. Like, you know. Anywho, the point is, he did say something that Truman should. He seemingly didn't know anything about trouble, like about Lazarus coming to them, but said just keep your nose clean. Adding, you know, Truman's like we got each other's back, and he's like, listen, I owe you nothing, you owe me everything. And Truman was like, ooh, I don't like that. So Truman hung up and said, no matter what, I'm signing the contract. I'm gonna take this over for Mephistopheles. I'm sick of I'd rather be beholden to a real devil than these false monsters. Gaius and Johnny exchanged an uncertain look, and the Countess exchanged a certain look about the hotness of some miscreant. I don't know if it was hot or not hot, but Countess knew. At that time, Luca... Oh, we also made some rolls off screen. I had them roll for some people, like we didn't know what was going on. But based on their rolls, Luca succeeded and successfully abducted Dr. Faust. And she has, I am taking him to St. Patrick's Cathedral, which made Gaius so vindicated. I believe our last beat was Ka screaming it was the Vatican all along.
I knew it. I freaking knew it.
So with that in mind...
Wow.
It's a short digression here.
Yeah.
The inflation rate from 1994 to 2024 is about 112%.
Okay.
So between what she's being paid originally and we're paying her, Luca's making $300 million on this job.
That's too little. Who could retire on that? She can't even get into Davos. I should have upped it.
She doesn't get taxed. It's all under the table, right? So it just gets deposited.
It's deposited in Swiss accounts where she's from. It all connects.
So, I mean, she can get into Davos, right? Because she just is there.
Because she's just in Switzerland.
She can infiltrate. She can infiltrate, but she can't get an invite to the conference because she doesn't have enough money. But
how much money do you have to get into Davos? Asking for a friend.
Enough where sustainability is an ironic decision.
Yeah, there you go. Did I leave out anything important from last week?
I think I covered it.
We're headed to St. Patrick's?
You're headed to St. Patrick's Cathedral.
And not the Vatican?
No, Vatican's coming.
Vatican's coming to St. Patrick's.
The reason Gaius said the Vatican's involved is that you're going to a cathedral. You're going to the main primary cathedral of New York.
Didn't Gaius specifically ask Luca to bring in the church?
Luca made some reference to Luca did make a reference to the other thing might involve like some other organizations and he's like the church, and she's like, yeah.
Okay.
So with that, you guys
gotta manifest the future you want. And I manifested this the conclave, so to speak.
I just want to point out, Truman was not a part of the negotiations with Luca. That was all Johnny and Gaius.
Oh, I meant Gaius. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, you said Gaius.
Oh,
I just want to clarify.
I'm so
Truman
sorry.
had nothing to do with any misunderstandings.
Well, I had nothing to do with this either. I didn't negotiate. This was already happening. I was just asking what was going on.
Very true. Very true.
Well,
it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Ed, just Gaius and Johnny standing in the middle of a park, both huddling around a phone, ears up.
While this very nervous woman is wearing a really expensive coat that doesn't quite fit her, looking into the fountain because she sees piranhas,
and tried to leave, and we were both like, no, don't go anywhere. You stay right there.
Why didn't her coat fit right?
Because it wasn't her coat. It was
Luca's. It was sized for Luca.
Luca was like, you'll be close enough. Wear this coat. You have my same hair color. Take
and of
this
course,
phone
Luca doesn't buy off the shelf. She buys bespoke.
Oh, it's all very bespoke.
Of course.
But it always fits her great.
Well, that's what bespoke means, of course.
Yeah, but like it would seem like she could buy that off the shelf. The point being, you guys are heading to St. Patrick's Cathedral and I'm going to assume by now, Johnny, does your helicopter come back so Legac, the French Canadian, can take you?
Yeah.
Gaius,
Billy
you can be
Bluster's
piloted by Harrison. Bill Bluster can take Countess. And Truman, you can be piloted by Archie.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, his new pilot is Archie since Franklin died.
No, but the wording of that was odd.
Well, Archie will fly you. The point being, 4 helicopters fly to St. Patrick's Cathedral. Unless you guys are
Secretly,
This is the
Truman's a
most
robot.
subtle. This is completely subtle. 4 helicopters just on top above them.
All right. So any changes to this? Any adjustments? Are we happy? Are we happy to be going straight into the bishop's den, as it were?
I mean,
Can I just get a clarification from everybody before we go in?
Yeah.
Are we going to kill Faust? Are we going to kill Luca? And then are we going to kill Lazarus and his minions afterwards?
This is happening over walkie-talkies in your headphones.
right.
Wait, kill Faust. Kill Faust.
Just have a question real quick.
Wait, sorry. Okay, so kill Faust, kill Luca, kill Lazarus and his minions. So kill everybody.
Yes.
So I'll say kill Faust, yes. Kill Luca, neutral, but I won't stop you if you want to do that.
Okay.
Kill Lazarus, most likely, yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm usually in favor of there not ever being any witnesses. So,
All right.
so that said, kill anyone who sees this battle happen.
Yeah, basically.
No
Yeah.
witnesses.
No witnesses. All right, good. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page here. Get that out of the way. I mean, I think just addendum. I'm assuming we're going to try to make a play on the Empire Menagerie and our glow up too after this.
Yeah.
I mean, you take the head of the snake, someone's got to fill it. Why not us, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I feel
Probably
like
head of the
that's
Hydra is a
most
better way, but yeah.
Countess, did you weigh in on who you're killing?
Wait. Hold on. I was trying to see if I could make a stop at FAO Schwartz. Since it's in the neighborhood.
On. We're going to Midtown.
We are going to Midtown.
Oh my God, Countess!
With
do
a
your
helicopter in the
Do
middle.
your birthday shopping later.
No. I was going to get a series of limited edition Hot Wheels and see if I can use them as a distraction to the priests.
What?
I don't know. I didn't think it all through.
Wow.
Never mind. I guess
Wow.
we'll go straight to St. Patrick's Cathedral and never shop. Whatever.
All right. Well,
Yes,
Don't you have some little?
I would like to
Is-
kill Mephistopheles.
Is
you want to kill? Wait.
Wow, you're going way up
New
there.
plan.
With our targets to kill.
Hold on.
Wait, who are we killing again?
This is some JRPG stuff where
I'll add him to the
first
list.
mission. Like in a JRPG, first mission, rescue a cat. Last mission, kill God. This is on that level here.
Yeah, no, not Mephistopheles.
All right.
Also, is anybody else signing this contract with Mephistopheles, or is it just me?
I'll
You're
sign
clear.
it.
Go ahead. Oh man, straight 2 and 2. This is some fancy drama.
Wait, what happens with the contract again? What did he want us to sign?
Well, it is if you will give him your service forever, because
Oh,
he
yeah.
can't get your soul because you apparently don't have one. But if you can have one of
and
those
he'll call
really
it when he wants it.
basically, but you'll have those in exchange for that you get those really powerful legacies that have that are just super strong and have no cost to them because the cost is you're making the contract.
Is the contract, from what I read, just very simple, and it just says straight up, he'll call whenever to have you repay the debt, and it doesn't stipulate any.
Yes, the
limitations.
contract is incredibly
It's
favored
really
to
a
him.
memorandum of understanding.
It is very much in his favor. The contract is
Mm-hmm.
like there are ways it can be dissolved, but it's almost always going to be really bad for you guys if it's dissolved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
German, I won't stop you, but if we're making a power play here, I don't want anyone below my head.
I understand. I don't want anyone under my feet either, but if there's one thing that this entire adventure has taught me, there's always someone underneath you. You don't rise to the
I'll
top.
say.
You don't rise to the top without stepping on somebody's shoulders.
Where I'm from, the line goes, there's always a bigger fish.
There's always someone thinner and richer.
I've heard that
There's
too.
always
Ours goes, there's always, oh my god, that's fine.
there's always another goddamn Mozart. I hear you guys. I know what you're saying.
So,
Wait,
Well,
seriously, out of game, we're meeting the people from the Vatican here. Who are we killing? I really don't know.
everyone.
So basically,
Everyone.
I also should
Killing
say that though we're coming to a final battle, theoretically there could be no fighting. Luca says she has captured Faust and brought him here,
Faust.
and she
Okay.
will kill him once a certain thing occurs.
But we don't know because she had all the cards in the negotiation. I couldn't get that out of her.
'cause she
I had
wasn't
no
there.
leverage
Okay,
over her.
so we
So-
don't know what that condition is.
You don't know
or
what that is,
it's
but she
set.
said she's doing the thing that spends more money so that she can do this without having to cause a ravaging. So part of it is like you guys are going here because like if things go south, there might be a ravaging in another church. And you guys
But
might
so
be
why
doing
would we kill anybody but Faust?
That is a
because
good
Truman
question.
wants to.
Well,
well, because
Truman.
because Lazarus is clearly behind this, in some way, whether or not he's orchestrated it or just using it as a power play. Truman has presented some compelling stuff that Lazarus is in league with the Vatican.
Okay.
So
And the Rosicrucians.
and as for why some of us wants to kill Luca, that's because she blew some of us up. I won't say who.
well, I also
Several times.
I fully
That
expect her to
that part
betray
was
us.
unnecessary.
No, I get wanting to kill Luca, but I just want to focus on Faust. So I think I'm focused on Faust.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Faust is definitely target number one.
And then the
All
idea
right.
is like if Lazarus shows up here, which you told him to go to Staten Island, so you're not necessarily expecting that Lazarus will show
And then you also said you'd close all the bridges.
Oh yeah, you said once
Right.
they're there at dawn, close the bridges once they're on Staten Island.
Yeah.
Shut down the ferries. All right, so you guys land outside the Cathedral of New York, and I don't mean that in a like lyric like a figurative way, like Fenway's the Cathedral of Boston. I mean you're landing outside of St. Patrick's. Yes,
Real-
Countess. Yes.
Real quick,
Please, I know it's a lot.
do I have time to swing by Rockefeller Center and get my little boy toy, who's also a reporter for NBC?
Oh
And
wow.
I want to have someone there should we need to just immediately do something in the news, but like I want him to be
I want to clarify something I said earlier. As we were going there and Truman was asking who do we kill, I said, I don't like when there's witnesses. Kill everyone who even sees this battle. I just want to remind you that I said that.
okay.
Well,
But
that's
see,
actually.
I might
do
not
what you
know
want.
that. I might not know that if Storyteller allows me to swing into 30 Rock
Well-
to pick up
Who?
and glamour my news reporter
Well,
boyfriend,
So the interesting thing, and I was gonna bring this.
a young David Muir.
Muir. This is
Muir.
interesting because I was going to bring this up later, but this is you're kind of making the perfect inroad for this, which is the area of the world that the fifth member of like the council of the Empire Menagerie, what she handled, basically what Vonda's character was going to be in charge of was like the media. So if you'd like to put in a call to her, she hasn't been around all night, But if you'd like to put in a call to her, you could see if she could bring in
Yes.
have some news crews waiting for you.
Just
Covering
I mean, I would like to glamour them so
Rome.
that we can obviously influence.
She's got people she can trust.
Okay.
She's all over that. Yeah. But so if you would like to do that, you can put in that call.
I would like to put that call in.
And her name, I hadn't said it, but I had it ready for this, but I'll go ahead and say you'll know it. Her name is Urdug.
Urdug?
Urdug.
Urdug.
Ordog with crazy Hungarian umlauts, and I've looked them up as much as I can.
I would like to call Urdug.
If you call Urdug and calls Urdug, another member of the council, to put in a request for the media to be ready to help, and Urdug will give you. Urdug has been gone all night, but Urdug's just back and confirms that she'll have that
Wonderful.
en route. She asks if, well, I guess she'll probably also ask if you need anything else for whatever's going on.
I just want everyone to see the threat of news reporters on the scene.
Understood.
I was gonna make a Matrix reference. Guns, lots of guns.
Understood.
If,
Cameras, lots of cameras. Great. Okay.
And if they're Urdug's people, they can probably be spared.
Okay,
They know how to spin it.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, kind of there are people. They're doing what we want.
Oh yeah, they're definitely in Urdug's pocket. Urdug, by the way, is a revenant. Is like an undead kind of, sort of has all those qualities.
Wow.
She probably would have more legacy since now it's later, but she's got her culture sphere. She has one of the weapons of rot is actually one of the only features that that you guys could have where you do true damage from the outset. Basically, she can like punch people into like rotting and making true damage, and she also takes fewer penalties when she's like badly injured because that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's
so fun times. In any case, Urdug's people will be heading over to sort of cover things as you want them, in case you want them covered. Perfect. Okay, so with that, you land outside the cathedral. Now, Truman, I believe you had plans. Truman, do you think you're going to like hop off the top and go in from the top?
Yes.
Okay. So Truman,
Absolutely.
Go ahead and do a what would be your best thing for that? Oh yeah. Oh my yeah, it's let's do a, I'll let that be dexterity dodge as you kind of, deftly jump out and do all that shenanigans.
Oh, and I have no rage anymore. That's good.
Yeah, hey.
Probably should get my willpower back.
That's exciting. Oh yeah, make sure you all have full willpower.
2.
2 successes. Yeah, Truman. I think with that you probably the others notice, but you guys see that Truman as Archie's copter kind of flies over, Truman like jumps off and kind of like slides along a thing, and he seems to be like he's going to go in from the top somehow. But the rest of you land down below, and you can walk up to the doors.
There's like no stealth because the helicopters landed.
The helicopters have really taken away the stealth, but that's okay.
All right.
I had stealth helicopters.
No stealth helicopters yet. Yeah.
No. Not yet.
All
But
right, but you guys can exit and approach the main doors.
can I enter in such a way that I show my gravitas of like I'm a big deal entering here.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do let's have you roll a
Leadership.
yeah, I think that's leadership, but I don't think it's manipulation as much because it's more about like it's not kind of like subtly.
Yeah.
But I'd let you try maybe a composure.
Sure.
Just keep your game face on. So that's a good number of dice. It's 7.
Okay. 7. All right. 8. 2 10s.
Whoa.
Okay, I'll keep just 3 successes.
3 successes. So basically, Gaius walks in, kind of like throws the doors open. And
Throws
walks
the
in.
door opens. Doves fly from when I enter.
Yeah, I mean they're pigeons, but they look like doves. It's like
Pigeons are rock doves.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're still doves.
And Johnny or Countess, do either of you enter specially, or are you guys just gonna walk in? Because so far Truman's jumped, Gaius has sauntered or kind of strode.
And each step of my boots just echo through the cathedral.
Yeah, there's definitely a clickety clack of stilettos as the Countess walks on flagstone.
Love it.
How big are the doors into this place?
They're pretty big.
Gaius rolled high enough.
I thought you were gonna ask how big were the stilettos.
That
was honestly the question that hit my head, and I was like, "Oh,
Gaius,
That's a fair question,
Gaius
yeah.
rolled high enough that they're big. They are big doors, but he threw them open, kind of like without any issue.
Could the helicopter fly in?
No, they are
No,
not that big.
absolutely
Sad. I do apologize.
Okay.
It's not a church for helicopters.
This is
Sad
not
to
a
say.
helicopter church. Yeah. All right.
Then I will just walk in
All right.
and close the doors behind me.
All right. You guys walk in. You notice that kind of like the church seems empty, although there is a priest, kind of a middle-aged man, kind of looking a little like confused as you all enter, and at the kind of like right in front of the altar, kind of like kneeling like on the floor, is a figure with like a bag over his head, and Luca is standing next to him.
I point to the priest. Is he in on this?
Luca will sort of the priest kind of looks kind of frustrated, but Luca will say, "Yes, he is very necessary.
All right.
For this to work."
Approach.
As you do, though, is there anything you'd like to do, Truman?
yeah, it's great." I'm gonna hit the key, so it's this big organ sound, and then I'm going to jump down with my, whatever trench coat flapping behind me.
Sure.
Very very Batman style.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna say, so you mean to exorcise him before you dispose of his body?
I'm gonna.
Why else would a priest be here?
I'm going to ask you.
Oh, exercise. I've got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Maybe to hear his confession.
I was like,
You have. Go ahead and give me a dexterity and actually, it's the same for you. I was gonna say either craft or fine motor skills to just play let's see how well you sort of play the organ and kind of command respect as you do that.
1 success.
It's a good showing. It certainly attracts attention. You leap down and kind of walk up, and Luca just kind of spots you, and Johnny, Gaius, and Countess, the 4 of you all kind of walking over. The Archbishop is kind of looking like confused. Luca says, "Exercise? No, not precisely." The figure starts kind of groaning and grunting, and she goes, "Oh, I'm afraid he might be coming too soon. So you wish to witness this process? Is that correct?"
Yes.
Yeah. First off, can the bag be lifted so we can confirm it is exactly who we want it to be?
She pulls the bag off, and the face underneath belongs to Dr. Faust. Wouldn't it have been cool if it was like Lazarus or something?
That would be very cool.
Pope John Paul II.
He seems.
Oh no.
He seems very groggy. And she says, Your Eminence, if you're ready. Actually, what do you call an Archbishop? I think it's Your Eminence. Your Excellent. Oh, wait. That's in the Britain. Your Excellency. Okay. So she will say, Your Excellency, are you prepared to begin? And he'll say, I can do what you're asking me to do, but it isn't as simple. It's not quite as simple as you. I can't promise this is going to work the way you want it to. She says, for the amount of money I'm paying, I think you can promise. All right. He starts sort of speaking in Latin. Anyone can roll a lore check on this to see if they understand what he's doing.
I would like to.
Very good. It will be intelligence and any lore bonuses you have.
Which is none. Okay. I'm going to roll 1 dice.
Go for it.
But I'm going to look very inquisitive while I'm listening.
It could be a 10 after all.
It was a 7.
Well.
Oh, if you don't have any points in it, it's just 1. No, even if you're in like 5.
You typically will have at least 1 point because you have like 1 point in all your attributes. But yeah.
Right.
If you have none of that stuff.
This is a standard difficulty, right? 7s don't count?
7s don't count for this, my friend.
That's unfortunate. 2 successes.
2 successes.
With everything else being 7s.
With everything else being 7s? And how many successes would it be if 7s counted?
5. It would be. They would all be, because I rolled a 9, a 10. I re-rolled the 10 to a 7. The other 2 were 7s.
With 2 successes, you don't like speak Latin, but this sound, you've seen enough movies and like you've heard of exorcisms. This seems to be some kind of like blessing.
One success just from my
just from your knowledge. You probably have a similar sense of like he's like blessing the guy. You're not really sure what that's about. However, as he says this, some smoke starts to sizzle off of Dr. Faustus. And he pauses, and Lucas says, "Don't be shy, Your Excellency. We've got to do this." All right. Well, this is something you know. Intent is important here. Is this something that he wants? Do you think he repents of his sins? And she says, "Oh, I think he does. But you need him to be conscious. That is where." And she kind of looks at you guys. That is where this is going to get a little more, complicated.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Exactly is happening here, Luca.
I'm trying to fulfill the element of the contract that you have stated, as well as the one to my client, my original client.
What's that?
What's the one your original client wanted?
I don't need to disclose that specifically, but you said you want him dead, and you want him to not ravage. That is why we have to bring in this gentleman here. She sort of gestures to the Archbishop. Because he has to die a certain way.
What way is that? We're already here. There's no point playing coy anymore.
We're gonna see it.
Now that we're face to face, what is because it's detect vibe in this game, right?
Yeah.
I want to get a read off of her. Like, is she pulling a fast one off there?
Ooh, excellent. Go ahead and please roll a detect vibe and use your wits on this one, I think.
Wits? Okay.
Try to read my girl. She's kind of good at deception, but let's see how I do. Or is this a joke roll and she's not even deceiving anyone? You never know.
Spend a willpower. Didn't spend that willpower. That's not great. 1 success.
1 success.
Oh boy.
She seems totally like, she doesn't seem like she's like, there's no like smirk there's the only smirk to it is like she doesn't seem like she's cheating you. She's
her resting smirk face.
It's she doesn't seem like she's trying to trick you. She seems like she's trying to like she's playing with you a little bit because she has info you don't have, but she fully like what she wants is for this to go flawlessly, so she gets 100 million and 40 million. That's what she wants. Then she can finally afford that chalet. But at this point, the sort of the pain is kind of groggy, and what is happening? He kind of looks up and kind of blinks and goes, ugh. And he looks up and sees you all. Truman, you lock eyes with Dr. Faust, who kind of you spoke to, and he sees Gaius, but he kind of turns back to Truman and goes, oh, You. We were speaking on the bench, yeah?
That's right. Then you killed my man when I tried to help you escape.
Well, yes, it was very strange of you to be so kind. It was not very much. He kind of looks up and sees Luca, kind of gives her this very baffled look. It was not so much. No, this is not. This cannot be. This is not the way. And she kind of like puts a hand over his mouth and she says, like I said, I am going to fulfill the terms that my client requested and the new terms that you said. My client will die with his soul saved without a ravaging in place. Do you repent your sins, Dr. Faust? He kind of looks very freaked out and she says, because the other option is you're going to undergo a ravaging, causing far more destruction. These fine people here, I cannot guarantee that you will be killed the right way if they kill you first, you understand?
I knew it.
And the Archbishop goes, you cannot coerce an immortal soul. We haven't done that for a couple hundred years at least.
So that was, of course.
And she says, so don't try anything because you know this could threaten very careful planning on both our parts, couldn't it? The sun is coming soon and I suspect you're running out of time.
Faust.
Herr Doctor.
Faust.
Yeah?
You're dying tonight one way or another. It's just a matter of where you want to go when you do.
I was supposed to have died on earlier occasions, but I've been interrupted twice. And it seems by you. At least once. I'm not completely certain this is going to work the way I'm hoping it will. And he kind of looks at the Archbishop and says, I cannot put the trust of my soul into this man's hands. And she says,
you've already sold it, so not a lot of choice in the matter.
I'm well aware of what I've done, but you don't understand. And he says, the Archbishop will say, you're not putting your soul in my hands, you're putting them in God's hands. And Faust goes, that's exactly the point. I think Luca will just add, you see, Dr. Faust found a bit of a loophole. If he could be ravaging when he is not fully in control. If he were to perhaps call out in that moment and in the instant of transforming between one and the other, he could gain the mercy of the Almighty, breaking the contract without having to be judged for his true sins, you understand?
I see. You're trying to pull a fast one on the big G. I see.
You put the hit out on yourself.
And Faust says, yeah, I did. And she says, oh yes, forgive me, meet my client.
Why didn't you just come? We would have killed you for free.
He says, you don't understand. She could have killed me the right way, but instead I do not even wish to give her. And she kind of says, no, I will fulfill the terms of the contract and be paid. You will go to heaven, I will get my money, and I will get more money from them, and you will cause fewer problems. Everybody wins. So let this nice Archbishop free you of your sins. Faust just... he looks...
Is there anything I can say? Well, because... I don't think Gaius is much of a believer in the big G. Yeah. So I don't think I can passionately convince him to put his hands in the big sky deity here. But can I do some sort of leadership to finish what you started? You set this all into motion. You have to commit to the bits. Fake it till you make it.
You know what, Gaius? I like that.
I'm just gonna do all synergy, business ethics stuff.
You know what, Gaius? I also like because this could be very, very, very pivotal moment. Gaius, Yes.
I was just, like reach into the pocket, pull out your holy book written by Dale Carnegie.
Yep.
Start reading the platitudes.
The gospel according to prophet. Exactly.
I mean, aren't most of those books written as basically thinly veiled Christian? Nah.
Yes, if you would like to do that, I think this could be a really pivotal thing. If you do crazy here, you should definitely. I'd put some willpower into this to just go mad.
Yeah.
But yes, Gaius, if you want to, actually,
Use my
Gaius,
financial
hold on.
sphere?
Gaius, hold on.
Yeah.
Did you say that you are? Oh, you want to use your financial sphere?
I'm just reciting all the financial books I've ever read through the course of
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna let you do that. But I'm going to say you're going to need 9s and 10s.
Oof.
So you can have 10 dice, and you get to reroll 5 for free, but you need 9s and 10s.
That's hard.
Or you can roll 9 dice, having to pay for the rerolls, but you get 8, 9s, or 10s. Because Dr. Faustus is not much of... He was more like a physician. He's not so financial. So for you to really get your...
Okay. So I'll take the 9 and allow the 8. Okay. I think that's better odds overall.
Sure.
So I'll use my leadership to have him finish what he started.
Leadership to finish what he started.
All right. 8, 8, 8, 3 8 so far.
All right.
Plus a 9. And that means I'll use 1 willpower to reroll one of the 3 of the remaining ones. Okay. 9 in there. So can I use another willpower to reroll the remaining 2?
Absolutely.
All right. Okay, no successes there. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
With 5 successes, 5 was
Trying to rally my leadership. You started this. You have to see it through. If you don't believe in your own decisions, how can anyone else believe in it? How can you save your soul if you don't believe it can be saved?
That's compelling. Faust knows that you're right and knows that there's just too much danger with the 4 of you here if you ravage and if something goes sideways. And he says, all right, go ahead. You may, you can attempt to be doing these things to me. I do wish for my soul to be saved. And the Archbishop says, all right, so you must attempt to what I need from you is real contrition. And Faust's like, ugh. But he will attempt because Gaius has suggested it. So meanwhile, Luca kind of steps away, kind of more like she's not walking over to you guys, but just kind of like standing halfway between you and there and letting this.
And you know what? I'm just gonna back away just in case it goes wrong to be the back of the group because I'm the squishiest one here.
You back to the back. Johnny, Countess, and Truman. Gaius made this very bold plea. It was like, when Gaius is rocking, you understand how he takes over so many boardrooms and things. But now he's kind of backing away. Because Gaius has something, and this is a real kind of cool idea right now. He's good at the art of the deal. So he really can, he's a cool guy. All right, so the point is, as he backs away, what do the 3 of you do? Luca has also, he's kind of like stepped off to just not be looming, but I mean, Truman, you see her hands are, ready to draw her pistols at a moment's notice.
I don't think I'm going to back off, and I think I'll just have one of the true damage daggers in hand. Okay. I'm not like looming, but I'm not giving clearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stand my ground, but nothing more aggressive than that.
Okay. Truman.
Do you know any hymns?
Of course. I'm actually... I don't think I'm going to do anything, so I kind of want to verbalize what I'm thinking.
Please.
Truman's wondering if he should try and contact Mephistopheles since he's about to lose a soul.
What an interesting question, Truman.
Thing is, Truman doesn't really owe Mephistopheles anything.
You didn't make the pact
yet? You haven't signed yet, have you?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you did sign,
okay.
or
No,
yes, you.
I guess we haven't signed it.
No.
I don't remember.
I mean,
Okay.
I
Well,
was.
if we haven't.
You
We
need
didn't
to
stop. We didn't stop to sign it. We didn't stop at Hell's
You
Kitchen.
probably put the if
On the way to
You've got. You
Midtown.
can.
If you added
can
the power
pull the
into your-
contract up and like look at it, but yeah, you haven't.
if you put the
I
power
will-
into your character sheet, you haven't invoked it yet, so which means the power hasn't canonically been in your
Yeah.
possession.
Then I will call. I'm gonna pull out the contract. And I'm just gonna talk into it because I'm assuming he has a way of conversing and just say, if you'd like to renegotiate the terms of your contract, I have some very valuable information and may be able to do an additional service for you. There's a rush on this.
Oh boy, now.
I have valuable information.
Oh boy,
But
this will be
there's
a bombastic
rush.
finale.
All right.
I'm assuming you, yeah.
Truman, I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
on behalf of the devil himself. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. The devil did not do very well. Wow.
Wow. For once.
The devil, so in other words, like had the devil rolled well, like we were gonna have some like crosses turning upside down, some real cool stuff right in a cathedral. It was gonna be pretty rad. But instead, nothing happens for a moment. Meanwhile, you hear Faust kind of grunting as like sizzling is happening up there. And the sort of priests continue to say, and Faust is just, you hear Faust saying, yeah, as the sort of at the Latin. But then Truman, your cell phone begins to like buzz on vibrate, I'd imagine. The number.
Pull it off my back.
The number that is being called there is all 6s.
Of course.
Of course it is.
Are you
Hello.
staying in here to take this call, or are you stepping out?
I will head back towards the organ, which is in the back of the cathedral. So I'll head back that direction. I don't think I necessarily want to leave the protection of the cathedral while talking to him, but
Okay.
I'll separate myself.
I'm surprised you get a call for the signal works in the cathedral.
Real. Well, we'll get to that in a moment.
I mean, I don't
I
think
set up Wi-Fi.
666 is a real phone number anyway. So
I set up Wi-Fi and all the
No.
important
Yeah, he's got it there.
tourist spots.
Let's see how good she is for this.
uses hellish communication towers, not any of the over-the-air ones.
Now that's a power I would want.
Yeah.
Hellish communication.
Mm-hmm.
Hella communications instead of tele. Yeah.
There you go.
Helicom. Okay.
Nice.
So in any event, it's Helicom. I was trying to think of like what's the way they phrase it. Helicom. So you step there. Gaius, you see him like walking. You saw him walking back already.
But
Countess
I didn't.
And Johnny.
But I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, if everyone's just letting him go. I will say, however, Gaius, Countess, and Johnny all notice Luca giving Truman a very cautious kind of like look of like, what is this clown up to?
Rude.
I mean,
I'll
answering a phone in a church is also rude, though.
I mean, we're also about to kill someone in here, so I feel like on the list of rudeness, it's pretty low.
True.
yeah, I think I'm too focused.
Do I notice Luca noticing me?
You don't, but they do.
God damn it!
Yeah, that's just because that's more
Like,
dramatic.
Watching,
Yes.
catching Truman like walking off, seeing Luca notice that.
Yeah.
I'll look at Countess, who's the person who stayed near me, and like, just say like, I think that tension's finally about to break. Maybe they'll just put this to bed.
Oh no! Why'd you say it? Why'd you say it?
Agreed.
I think this plan just might work.
right.
Immediately causes it to fail.
So as this happens, actually, as you say this, Lucas starts walking towards the back of the church where Truman has gone, like towards the stairs up to the organ. All right.
I'm gonna follow Luca.
Countess follows her. She kind of sees you and
Clickety clack, click clack, click.
yeah, you're not. Yeah, and she actually, as you're, she'll pause and say, "Who is he speaking to right now?"
I'm not sure. I'm going to find that out myself. So.
Well, are you? Well, perhaps. I have a bad feeling about whatever he's about to get up to.
Oh no! Why'd you say it?
She'll sort of step to the side and let you go after him, Countess.
Okay. I was really just following her, so.
Oh, okay. But are you going to go up or are you going to stay where she is?
No, I'll pretend like I'm kind of like going up closer, but like not really going up closer.
She looks very concerned. Truman, you get to kind of a quiet space. And yes, you can pull out your massive PDA that you can also use as a phone.
Hello.
Hey there. What can I do for you there, pal?
Oh, I've been considering your offer, and I feel like
Well, you got plenty of
very
time.
tempting.
You can, you know. I'm kind of dealing with a couple things here right now. Is this? You said this was time sensitive, so let's hear it.
Well, I thought if I could provide you with some valuable information, maybe in return to a small service for you, you might consider a little renegotiation of the contract terms. But of course, needing that information and having that be what I'd offered, I thought I'd propose the contract terms first, and then
how timely is it? Do we have
I
hours?
look over.
Yeah, you look.
How much time do I have?
It's like the
He's
process
sizzling.
is going on. You don't know. And
I would say-
you see the sizzling and you hear Mephistopheles go, "What the hell is that? Something."
I would say
something's buzzing
minutes,
here.
and it probably has to do with that buzz you're hearing.
What the hell did you do?
Oh,
Is
I
this
did
about
nothing.
Faust? It's Faust. What the hell is happening to Faust?
Again, can we renegotiate the contract terms?
Why don't you tell me what's happening to Faust?
I'll tell you what I'd like. I'd like this arrangement to be so that I will still do you a favor, but 3 total over the life of the contract, and nothing that goes against my own interests.
No. That's not how my contracts work there, buddy, old pal. But what you can
How
do...
valuable is Faust's soul?
Okay, now listen to me very carefully. Right now, you're very taut position here.
Yes.
I could reward you for this. Whatever reward I see fit to give you for this heads up you're giving me, if you tell me where he is right now. Or I'm gonna find out anyway, and you're on my enemies list. No more contract, no more agreement. You don't get to dictate terms with the devil. I'm in charge. Do you understand, buddy?
Oh, I understand. But but I do believe I have a position, as Gaius would say, I'm in a position of power. I have negotiation strength right now. It is time sensitive, so there's kind of a limit on how long that lasts for me.
Last chance.
Countess is going to start walking towards the organ.
Okay, you're up there and you hear him on this call. He says, last chance. You'll get something out of this if you just tell me now and sign the contract right away. Otherwise, expires in 5, 4, 3, 2.
The Countess starts chanting, God, Spiritus Sanctus. By the way, my mom's a minister, and I don't know
You're
what
fine.
it is.
Truman, I don't know. He's counting down. He got to 1.
I'm in St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Now's the time to sign if you're signing.
You said
The Lord bless
you said you
Truman.
reward good service.
He's not talking to you anymore. Instead, all of the lights in the place turn red. And all of the statues start bleeding.
I look at Countess. If I see her,
Countess starts chanting more, whatever the guy says in The Exorcist.
I pull out the contract
Yeah.
to like show it to her, and then I sign it.
Because now you have a witness.
It's important.
I mean, for it to be legally binding.
All right.
And sees all the statues and goes, "Oh
The
shit!"
crosses all flip, and Luca will like turn to like Gaius and Johnny and be like, she just pulls her guns out and says, "Just if you want this to work, defend him, damn you!" And she sort of rushes over and like backflips like onto the altar, just like guns out, like preparing for whatever's about to happen. Truman signs. Countess, are you gonna sign? You basically, if you're signing, you have to sign right now. If you're gonna sign yourself to service.
Yeah, I should go ahead and sign it.
God damn it!
Oh man, this would be great. The crosses flip. Luca takes a position to defend. Says Johnny and Gaius should do the same. Truman and Countess
looks at.
both
I want
sign.
Countess to look at Truman and say, "It's always been you. I just wanted to do what you wanted to do."
Countess, I never knew.
Well, now
Together.
you know. And what are you gonna do with that information?
Go all the way to the top, you and me, side by side.
Like clasp hands.
All right. Okay.
Let's go kill us a Luca.
All right. Gaius knows immediately that this was because he knows that Truman had the contract.
Yeah.
He goes, "God damn it!"
So
I shouldn't say that in a church, but not that I believe in Big G anyway.
So they clasp hands. Okay. The archbishop is terrified. He begins like chanting even faster, like and Faust is going nine, bitte. Meanwhile, Luca's just getting the guns out. However, so Gaius and Johnny, so Truman and Countess, they've signed their way in. They've decided what they're doing. Gaius and Johnny, what are you two doing?
What is? I'm gonna summon the biggest freaking sea creature in here to just enclose on Faust and the priest because
shit, that's baller as hell. Like just like a giant octopus like cage around
something
them.
like that.
Okay, cool. All right, I love it. Go ahead and give me your protean contract. You have to spend one more willpower for that and do it.
All 10.
Johnny, you've got your gun out. What are you gonna do?
Sorry, I just saw a typo from Jed, and I'm not sure if it's you feel bad or you feel based. Either could be correct right now.
Almost feel based. Oh my god, yeah.
another willpower.
I've got my blade out. I'm still really focused on Faust. I'm not entirely sure if what is happening is not just part of this ritual, all the stuff going on with forces, but I'm going to stick close to Faust and this priest. But I'll start to actually probably pay more attention.
You start to pay
and
more
take my focus, especially with Lucas saying defend him, jumping on the altar. I'll start looking to wait for whatever entrance of enemy or Vatican agents are clearly arriving.
All right. Well,
Wow.
Gaius, what do we got?
That sucks. I rolled 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rerolls, 2 successes.
2 successes out of 17 dice total.
Yes.
All right, so 2 I think
So
is like...
what is 2 successes on Protean Conjury? What do I summon of that size?
It's that's not going to be that. That's going to be 2's the size of a human. So you can summon a fishman. Or like, oh, that's a shame.
A fishman? I guess that'll have to
17 dice,
do.
I'm so sorry.
Wait. A violent beast of the sea variety. Can I summon a U.S. Marine? No, that's probably
A frogman, as it were.
Yeah, a Navy frogman. Yeah. I'll tell you what. You can summon one of your aquatic frogman. He has a rifle. How about that?
All right, there you go.
It's like a harpoon rifle. You get it.
There you
Well
go.
played. Well
Because I'm a
played.
merman. Don't
Yeah.
with merman.
So with that, he appears, and he's like, whoa. But at that moment, like, you all hear this like soul-rending, like scraping, screeching, and suddenly from like the windows above, they break in as these like shadowy demonic forms just like leap down, like moving towards Faust. Truman and Countess, you don't have to roll to understand. Your job is to assist these demons in service of the devil Mephistopheles. Your job is to make sure that what this archbishop is trying to do to save the soul of Faust does not occur. If he dies tonight, he dies damned. Johnny and Gaius, you have stated that your plan is to defend Faust, but you are free agents. You may do as you will.
Mm-hmm.
Luca is going to defend Faust because she wants her money, but she's not happy with the scenario. So, at this point, what does everyone have in dexterity? How many pips in dex do we all have?
Ooh.
Truman has 4. Gaius has 2. Johnny, 1. Countess,
3.
You have 3. Oh my God, that's so convenient.
Wow.
And the signatory, we just go on a thing. So Truman, I'm gonna say, well, actually, you will go. Oh my God, Luke is in trouble because she's gonna be shooting it. She's gonna be using her action. She goes before you with 5. She's going to be hitting. She's just taking out demons. She's not.
Yeah.
She's not safe. Her thing is like she's just shooting at demons and doing what she can, and she's blasting some back. But there's probably like 7 or 8 of them coming in. So Truman, we're gonna say after that it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going as me and Countess slowly walk through the doors, and I
Yeah.
this has to be that cinematic slow walk with a little wind in our hair and our coats flapping back. I'm gonna pull out. Truman pulls out both of his guns. He touches his mask, and you see the blue glow as he begins to envenom strike his things, and then he goes into eyes of the bullet, and he wants to. How would I do this? I suppose. God, Luca's vulnerable right now. Gotta shoot Luca. Gotta shoot Luca.
You're gonna take her out first. Okay, great. Yeah, who are you targeting is the question. Because in Venom, you're with your eyes of the bullet, you get to shoot. The whole thing is you get to take out multiple people, right? Up to 5 enemies.
Oh, right. Yes.
So
Luca,
Truman.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This is perfect because I wanted to shoot the priest and I wanted to shoot Faust, and I definitely want to shoot Luca.
And
so
you have 2
those
more.
are the
Are you
3.
also shooting Johnny and Gaius?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I want to assist this somehow by doing like a super cool move.
Oh, okay.
Either where I don't know, I sweep Luca's leg or something to get her to get in the bullet's way, but then I duck out of the way.
Okay, I'll
bullet.
tell you
know
what,
I mean?
Countess. Countess, if you would like to attempt to go over there and just maneuver it, so use some kind of like vampiric speed across this thing to get to her.
Her over.
Let's have you do I'll let that be Dex. I'll let it be Dex Brawl, kind of as you're fighting your way through various bodies, just kind of leap over to her to kind of unsettle her, so Truman can just get a really good shot. Truman will say, since Countess is a little slower than you and think, but if you're just holding yours until Luke is in the perfect position.
What can I spend with willpower to get more dice to roll?
Well,
Is that
okay.
a possibility?
Well, hold on, actually.
I have 5 to roll for Brawl and Dex.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Like...
Countess, did you pick a Legacy of Hell to add to your character sheet? Have you picked one of those already?
No, I left it blank.
So the options are, it sounds like Truman has already taken Summon Helicopter, which I hope he does next. You could take Infernal Teacher, which is a thing that gives you like a lot of information secrets. That could be useful long term, not so useful now, but if that's the one that appeals to you most, certainly take it. You could also take Ravaging Might, where you yourself enter a ravaging state and like rip stuff apart because you're super strong. Or you could take one called Flames of the Damned, where you basically throw hellfire.
Yeah, I was looking at that one. I like that.
Okay. Well, let's give you that one then, if you like that.
Okay.
So if you'd just like to, in that case, I think Truman will go first, and then you can try to capitalize on whatever he does, taking out any target you choose. So so Truman, go ahead and make your singular roll against all those targets.
9, 8, 8. Do I get free rerolls of this?
No, you unless that is a feature you have.
No.
All right.
Roll a 1 on your rage die.
Oh, I forgot about the rage die.
Oh, that's right.
An 8. So
8
that's
on the rage die. It's a success.
5 successes.
5 successes. Oh boy.
Yes.
All right. Well, Mr. Archbishop, I don't think it has a way out of that. But if I roll all 10s and roll all 10s again, maybe he does. I don't roll any 10s or anything, so congratulations, you have assassinated the Archbishop
of New York City.
Your shot at Faust. Oh, and so you've envenomed the strike here, right?
Yeah. So they all do true damage.
This will do true damage. Okay, you're going to Faust. Faust is maybe a little more, whatever.
Robust.
A little more robust. What's interesting, though... Oh, shoot. Okay. Faust is at 4, but 1's a 10. So if I roll this and tie it, you won't even hit him. But if I don't roll of 8, 9, or 10, other situation. 2. He has 4, which means you're going to deal him 1 true damage, which means he's going to ravage.
Oh, god damn it.
So, yeah. Love it. So the Archbishop is shot. Faust is shot. Barely survives, starts to ravage. Now, Luca has more defense, but she basically, all she can do is dodge. She can't fight back because she used it all against the thing. So let me see what I can do for my dear Luca. Oh, Luca. Ooh!
Is this now when they decide to roll
Now when
ones?
my dice decide to do it, Luca will expend 2 willpower to reroll all of these. Because otherwise she's going to die.
Jesus.
I get a lone... I get 1 lone 10, which rolls a 6, so that's only takes it down by 1. So that means 4 true damage to Luca. Which is true damage, which hurts tremendously. She is still up, but Countess, if you are sending Hellfire...
Yeah.
So are you actually, Countess, here's the question. You can do Hellfire you could pull out a gun or a knife or throw whatever. You can go at Luca, or you can go at Faust, who's beginning to ravage.
Oh. And we want Faust to not ravage, right?
I don't know that you and Truman care anymore.
I don't know what's everyone's goals at all.
Yeah, the goals of Johnny and Gaius is this guy must not ravage.
Yeah, I'm with my boy Truman now because we've forced a love story at the very end. So I'm definitely going to try to Hellfire Luca.
All right, go for it.
How many dice do I roll?
3 dice at this.
Okay. So not Brawl and Dex.
No, I'm so sorry. You get 6 dice. I put 3 in it. So actually, wait, before you do this, if you would like to take points, if you'd like to remove 2 skill pips you already have in skills like you don't care about, you could put those and you could max out your Flames of the Damned. Like if you say I don't need.
I see you added it in there already. That's so fast.
I added those in for you. Yes. But if you want to, you could at this exact, like, only now before making the first one, like, if you wanted to take, like, if you don't care about deceive and it'd be happy taking dodge one down by one, you could just take out blue,
Yeah.
one from each.
I'll take deceive and culture down by 1.
Deceive and culture down by 1. Alrighty, so Flames of the Damned goes to 5. You now get 8 dice.
Roll. Okay.
Okay, you're dealing true damage.
I've never been so happy about an initial roll in my life. Makes me so pleased.
Okay, I got 3 10s.
3 10s you got. Any 8s or 9s?
I got 1 9.
Okay, that's 4.
That's it.
Alright, re-roll the 3 10s.
Ironically, and I want to send a picture, I got 3 6s. I got a triple 6.
6, 6, 6. Okay, well, 4 is still very good. Let's see how Luca can do.
Triple 6 has got to be worth like a 10,
Triple
right?
6 has to be worth something.
I'm
because-
gonna say 6 will count as one more success. Sure.
Because
you roll
it
3
is
6s.
Hellfire.
It's Hellfire.
It is
okay,
Hellfire.
Fine. So she's rolling against 5.
That should be all the demonic powers. If you roll 6, they count as
Is it
one
now
success.
that she's getting all 1s after everything in the final encounter? She rolls all 1s?
No, I'm using her last willpower to re-roll 2 of these that I haven't already re-rolled.
I'm sending you this picture, Philip, because I really honestly can't believe it.
I'm so excited.
It's
It's so fun to roll 3 6s. All right. Well, you finish Luca off in Hellfire. 6, 6, 6. That's very fun.
I guess that is
lined
thematic
up.
for Mephistopheles to do that.
Yep.
Hellfire. Huh.
All right. So she is finished off in flame as Luca like screams. So Truman, you see Countess has taken the kill from you, although you did more of the damage. You know.
I look over at the Countess and just like give her this wink through the mask, on the mask side of it. Like, oh yes.
And she
Holds
goes,
his heart.
catches it, and puts it on her cheek.
Truman's got a little bop to his step now.
All right.
Yeah.
Well then, demons pouring in on every side. Gaius, what is your plan?
I have 0 combat skills whatsoever.
All you have is a Navy Frogman. Roll,
So it is.
roll 6 dice for your Navy Frogman, regardless. Unless you. Well, who are you telling him to? What are you telling him to do? Oh man, Truman. That countdown was pretty rude to the devil. The devil was like,
So rude.
he was like, no, do what I say or you're my enemy.
It was pretty good.
You're like,
Pretty
okay.
good.
Gaius looks at Johnny and says, "You think we got a chance against this at all?"
Johnny. Oh no.
We gotta do what we came here to do, the way we came here to do it.
All right, I command the fishman to kill.
Could
Kill,
Truman speak up in that moment?
No, you guys are too busy winking at each other.
No.
What is Gaius command the fish?
I'll command the
frogman to do?
fishman kill Faust now.
Oh man.
He's ravaging. He's about to ravage, so have him try to take him out. Because he took some amount of true damage, so...
Yeah, I mean, taking normal damage will still be a thing. Okay, so go ahead. Gaius, heroically, your fishman, let's give him 7 dice, because he has a gun.
All right.
Let's give him 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Frogman
7.
aims.
All right. Take the shot, Frogger. 2 10s and a 9.
All right. Oh, I'll roll fast sort of defense roll for this. He's not ravaging yet. I'm not going to give him his full ravaging dice.
That's
How
it.
about that?
3 normal damage from the harpoon of the frogman.
You know what?
Is that enough?
He rolled 1 10 and nothing else, so 2 of those will go through to his, like, normal damage. But it could be a lot more. That being said, Johnny Wright. Faust is going to ravage, like, top of the next round. You're kind of bottom of the thing. So if you're going to do something, like, now's the time to do it.
I'm going to look at Faust, and I'll say, if it's what you want, forget the priest. You're in a church. Ask for your forgiveness. And I'm going to take the true damage blade, and I'm going to stab him in the chest as many times as I can. But leave him alive, but let him have his vocal cords.
Just so he can call for God in his last moments.
All right, Johnny. Now, are you also envenoming this strike? Because that's double true damage.
Then yeah, let's do it.
All right.
And then Gaius, while this is happening, he's walking towards the door because he sees that there ain't going to be a menagerie with him in it after this. So he's just going to bail, take the helicopter, and just leave New York City.
Understood. And then Gaius runs. Okay, I love it.
Okay, so if I understand this right, it's a blade, so that's strength and weapons combat?
Yep. And because it is a blade, you actually get a, I don't have the full bonus of this. So it'll be strength, weapons combat, and it's exceeds the, because it's a true damage weapon. You're going to get it would be more of a max you have. So you'll have 10 dice for this roll because you are using an enchanted blade.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Would you also argue that this is some monstrous strength that I'm exhibiting right now in this moment?
This is not to get more dice, but to be able to re-roll all of those for free.
Yeah.
Okay, why not? Gaius did a big. We're letting everyone do big stuff tonight, so why not?
Okay. Oh boy, I spent some willpower to re-roll some of the remaining dice.
Okay. You should. Well, and you don't even have to spend it if it doesn't work.
Well, I didn't spend it.
Oh boy.
I'll spend a willpower to roll this remaining die.
Yeah.
I got 1 left. Okay. So we have 2 successes.
2 successes total?
Yeah. But I also still have 1 rage die to roll on top of it.
All right, we'll roll the rage die.
Roll a 10. Roll a 10.
Roll a 10 would be a great time.
Oh, I got very excited. It's a 2.
Not a 1. Good.
2 successes. All right.
True damage doubled.
I was gonna double the damage because you've both envenomed this strike and the thing, so that'll get you 4. Faust is not going to try to defend against this. He's going to take it. But this is not enough true damage to kill him. So as Johnny stabs him like in the heart, like a pure thing, it just isn't hard enough to. His sternum is already becoming hard as like iron. So like the knife just like even this magical knife kind of just get in, and he's pushing it. So, Johnny, you told Faust what you wanted him to do. I'm not gonna roll for Faust. He has a good amount of dice, but he has to, I will have him have his rage dice on this. So let's see. Okay, none of those go crazy. He actually wants success anyway, so he gets an extra success on this. All right, Truman, as you like are preparing to like take, like you're assuming he's about to ravage, Faust with his last act of whatever will scream, "Forgive me," and he will attempt to drive the dagger even deeper into his own chest.
Oh.
So on his turn, so as he's ravaging, this is an all or nothing situation. If he can do this, and he needs to basically get some successes on this, I'm gonna give him some penalties though, because he's changing and everything. So basically, he's gonna roll 4 dice. If Dr. Faust, he's not envenomed. Okay. So you gave him 4. You gave him 1. That's 5. Dr. Faust needs 7. He can take 7 points of true damage. So if I can get 2 successes on 4 dice, Dr. Faust is going to destroy himself before the Ravaging takes place. Whether or not his soul is saved, we're not sure about that. First die. I'm rolling these one by one. 7.
Ugh.
It hurts so much. There's been so many 7s.
Second die. A 9.
Okay.
No.
Maximum drama.
Third die. Here we go. A 1.
Okay.
I've already rolled his rage dice and none of them had him trigger, so it comes down to this one. This final last die.
one.
6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6.
Have to roll it again real quick.
Because it's a 10?
Yeah, it was a 10.
No.
Well, don't know if you guys failed or not.
Yeah, we don't know.
True.
But Faust, as like ravaging, like
This is
body
maximum
beginning to do
drama.
it, he just pulls it and is just he's pulling it in as his like body, like his like the horns are beginning to form, and he's just he just manages to like it's like his hands are like turning to like devil claws. He's just like, "Forgive me, my God!" and shoves it deeper in, and the sort of transformation begins to end. I now would like
Did he explode in holy power?
no.
Oh my
I'm gonna-
god, please tell me there's a claymore inside of him.
There's no claymore inside of him.
Luca gets the last laugh after all.
Oh shoot! A bunch of claymore should have exploded when she died. She should have had like a dead man switch.
Ah.
Like, claymore should have gone crazy. No. I'm gonna have you guys join me in this. I need everyone to roll 2d10 because we're going to roll for God.
God, roll for God.
Oh god.
Indeed, it's oh God.
6 and a 2.
I got an 8. 1
8?
success.
All right.
No, no successes. We don't want successes.
God, it's not me. it's
Do
God.
7s count as
Yeah, that's fair.
successes for
Sevens do count as successes for God because of the seventh heaven. Yes, sevens do count.
Does the 6 count as a negative
No.
for hell?
No. God
No
will
successes, a
No,
1 and a
that's
5.
fair.
7 will count.
Okay, well, I rolled a 6 and a 10.
Okay.
Just 1 success.
1 success from you, 1 success from you. All right.
But it was from the pearly white one I want to put.
Ooh, oh, I should roll my pearly white gates as well. Okay. I'm gonna roll my 2 on behalf of God. I think if he gets a holy trinity of successes, I'm gonna say forgiveness will be granted. So once again, full drama.
This is some Calvin Ball level rules, Lord.
All right, well, there's no fun. The first one was an 8, so yeah, okay.
Okay.
The Holy Father. Oh man.
This is I do appreciate being asked to roll for God, though. That was
Yeah.
a pretty fun
Please
moment.
roll on
That was
behalf
pretty
of the
good.
Almighty.
That was pretty good.
Those are the wildest DM requests you've ever done. Roll in the place
Roll on
of
behalf
God.
of God.
What the
And I don't mean some random D&D god. I mean the Christian
Big
God.
G.
Yeah, Jehovah themselves.
Yeah.
In Latin, Jehovah begins with what?
In Latin, Joe.
I was only saying this meal was good enough for Jehovah.
All right. Well, it is granted. There is a kind of like a blinding flash of light, and Faust falls down on the dagger. The ravaging still in process, but the body at peace. Luca's body aflame on the altar. The archbishop assassinated next to it. The demons kind of like cower from this, and
Shouldn't
Gaius, you said
Countess
you
and
were-
Truman? Shouldn't Countess and Truman also cower from this?
the
'Cause-
light is terrible to you two. Yes. And Johnny, you guys, not like you guys like it, but this like horrifying light. Now, Gaius, you said you were already running to your
Yeah, I'm out of there.
Gaius, yeah, go ahead and well, actually, I guess we'll stay in initiative just to see because you had already moved back. Johnny, you're there. Truman,
I am wearing sunglasses
yeah,
indoors.
that's true. Okay, you're fine. So
Okay.
Truman, what would you
Really
like to
good
do
point.
in initiative?
Really good point.
my
god, I
God.
cannot. Also, my fourth one was not a success, so he really got exactly 3. The holy trinity of success.
Oh, love
the
it.
Almighty.
So, what I see right now is Faust definitely dead.
Faust is dead.
Uh,
And Truman, you definitely heard Johnny, like, Faust is dead and Johnny Wright saved his soul.
right. First thing I do is I walk up to Luca and take her guns.
Okay.
Can you? Are they still on fire? Did they melt?
I don't care.
He's fine.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Oh,
take-
that's right.
I'll
He's
take
also
the
a
pain.
devil, so it doesn't affect him.
Yeah.
I'm not a devil, but I'm already scarred, so it's fine. A few more burns aren't a problem. But I'll just stick them in, in some pockets in the back or something.
Okay.
Then I will I'll walk up to the Countess and I'll clasp her hands. I'll be like, first step is complete. Now we need to take the menagerie. And I'll look over at Johnny and say, it's time to be our own masters. Will you come?
Is that what you think you're doing? And I'll pull the blade out of Faust and sort of wipe it off and tuck it in. It's clear
I'll
you
say-
made your choice. I made mine. It's clear this is no longer a menagerie. But you go and be a good servant, and I'm gonna go be a master. And I'll start to walk out of the church.
Whoa.
I'm sure we'll meet again.
Okay.
In the sequel.
Wow. So as he walks out, so
Disappointing.
Johnny, what do you do, Truman?
Then I would like to pull up my phone. Tell Archie to pull the helicopter around. And then I want to summon the helicopters and head to Long Island.
Perfect. You go to summon. Okay, so
Why
Truman
Long Island?
summons a helicopter.
Staten Island.
Who did I? Oh, Staten Island. That's
You
what I
stand
meant. Sorry.
Staten Island. You
Staten
can't attack
Island.
New York.
Darn it! Truman, I thought we were going to the Hamptons. What a bait and
Not-
switch.
Not yet, Countess. After
All right,
we
so
take.
as
After
proper-
Staten
proper
Island, I
as
go
you,
to
as you
Montauk.
do this, Truman, you begin to like,
Yes.
summon this helicopter. You feel this hellish power, and then you feel nothing at all. Johnny and Gaius already outside. Truman, Countess, and Johnny as you sort of stepping out of these doors. Mephistopheles is standing on the steps, and he just looks at you and says, "Truman, Countess, what happened?"
I mean,
They attempted to save his soul. We intervened as best we could, killed all the members involved.
You did.
But in his last moments, Faust asked for forgiveness.
Did he? So you failed.
I wouldn't call it a failure.
Well, I would, because I don't have his soul anymore. He went up to God. God hasn't done anything in at least 40 years.
Well, he answered his call.
I'm aware of that, and that's not a good situation, Truman. He turns to Johnny and Gaius and says,
Wait, I'm out of there. Or did he stop me from
he probably
there?
stopped you. You probably didn't want to rush past him. He looks at you too and says, "You didn't sign, did you?"
No.
It's probably smart of you not to sign. All right. Oh, I see. Oh, I can feel you want a helicopter. Is that right, Truman? You want a helicopter?
Yes.
After this, you think you can just ask for... Great. Go ahead. Summon a helicopter. That's great. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead, and I think you make a roll, right?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Oh my god, I like that you put it all in.
6
Charisma plus summon helicopter. 6 successes?
on 6 dice, yeah.
Oh my god.
Or 7 dice with the
Whoa.
rage. But
Oh,
like
nice.
all the other dice.
Oh,
are
you only have
successes.
1 in charisma. Oh darn. Okay, gotcha. you summon an awesome helicopter. Like, it is just like, imagine like the perfect helicopter of hell. It has a spa inside of it. It's more like a floating fortress, you know. It's more like a flying fortress than a traditional helicopter. And Mephistopheles just looks at it and goes, pretty good, right?
It's excellent.
Well, go ahead.
Is our agreement still in effect?
It's
You've
very
canceled
much.
our contract?
Oh, I'm not canceling the contract. You serve me now. Go ahead, get in the helicopter. You have work to do. You have a lot of work to do. You have a lot of work to make up for. How close was it? If you just told me when I first asked, would his soul have been saved? Tell me the truth.
No. It was very... I mean, it was close, but... Honestly... it was his fault. It was his fault.
His fault,
He, like,
friend?
Friend is loose term.
So you
but-
didn't stop him. You didn't kill your
I
friend to
couldn't.
prevent it. You couldn't.
I took all the precautions, took out all the
pretty
major...
sure-
I killed the priest.
I'm pretty sure you could have shot 5 bullets and you only shot 3. You shot the priest and you shot Faust and you shot that woman, and then the Countess, she used her hellfire not against Faust, she used it against that woman.
I had hoped...
Your 2 friends, they successfully, or in this case, this weak one he used is... The Frogman's still alive, by the way. The Frogman's just like...
He's there chilling.
And Mephistopheles goes, no. So no. You have a lot to answer for. Get on the helicopter. You have work to do. Both of you.
Mephistopheles,
Yes.
I thought you would want us to act out of selfishness and all of the things that you hold dear.
Well, you thought very incorrectly. Get on!
So I guess we're not going to the Hamptons.
Not now, Countess, not now. Truman just holds out a hand for her and walks towards the helicopter.
Very good. You get on board. Mephistopheles kind of like waves a hand, and the helicopter, basically like the ground opens up and the helicopter descends into hell and closes behind them. Truman and the Countess are going to be working at the home office for a while.
That's great. That's great. You couldn't descend any lower.
Oh, that's a good call.
There's
We're even
no one
under the
you.
under menagerie.
Oh yeah.
Mephistopheles just goes, turns to you two and says, so I guess you two are running the Empire Menagerie now, is that correct?
Looks like it.
Well,
I don't see anyone else.
Those Beanie Babies ever end up on the black market, give me a call.
believe me, there'll be no black market for them. The beauty of them is they have no value. All right.
I still don't understand.
There'll be no resale. Only for the one.
I'll say to Mephistopheles, you just need more subtle in all of your dealings. You got to make it so that they want to damn themselves because there's no other choice.
Well, that worked with Faust, but that was a long time ago. And honestly, you know what? I'm going to punish your two friends a lot because, I mean, I'm going to. But I'll be honest with you two. I really took my eye off the ball here. I haven't been paying attention to Faust for a while. I've been playing with other stuff. He's been a keystone of what I've done, but I really should have been paying more attention.
What was a keystone? Why didn't you keep an eye?
I know, you know what it is? I've been excited about all these shiny new toys. We had 2 world wars. It was amazing. So I had a lot of other stuff.
You know what? Tell you what. Here's my card. Give me a call if you want to go to attend a leadership class. It'll maybe allow you to succeed.
All right, that's brazen. All right, well, you two just, don't be surprised if I come and try to kill you both because you really screwed me over. But you know what? I get it. You were doing your thing. You didn't sign the contract. It's all fair. All right. Anyway, he just walks down the street.
Oh,
He goes, how long until it's that When's that blue song by Eiffel? When's that song come out? I need that right now. That's what I need. I need the blue dabba dee dabba da. How long do I have for that?
Oh,
damn
that's a while, right?
Oh,
That's like
damn it.
2000.
Ah, damn it. God,
I have
need that
no
right
idea what this guy is on about.
now. What's the most irritating song I've got to look forward to?
There's a song about the ocean?
Damn it.
it.
When's
I don't
Achy
think you'll be
Breaky
seeing-
Punk?
I don't think you'll be seeing the color blue anytime soon, Truman.
Nice. Ah, damn it. Yeah, so anyway.
As Mephistopheles looks away, I'll just sort of like take one last drag off my cigarette, stomp it on the ground, look at Gaius and go, well, I guess we got some recruiting to do.
Well, we better find some resumes, I guess. I don't know how
At this point, however, somebody goes, excuse me? Hi, my name's David. We were sent to we've been recording all this, but is this a print or a no print situation?
Oh, is that
Your boss, David, young David Weir is here. Just with
what's
a
the-
with a camera.
What's the headline? What's the lead?
Well, clearly
Whatever.
the Archbishop is freaking dead. We can't hide that, so
Oh,
we have to
okay.
spin this somehow.
Okay. Well, we'll start getting B-roll, and I'm sure your our boss at Urduk.
Let's go with Archbishop killed in some sort of mob hit.
He looks in and sees monstrous. Okay. So we should cut this stuff where that helicopter flew into the ground.
Yeah, get rid of that.
Definitely not that. There's no way to spin that like the propellers. No spinning
No.
like that.
Don't worry, I'll have some people come by and clean this up.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I guess I gotta go make some phone calls.
Yeah, I gotta go send a fax.
Yeah, I think at this point you get a page from Urdug. Like, what have I missed? What's going on?
I just want to
What's the
I don't-
411?
I don't know how pagers work. Can you send messages back on them, or do you have to?
No,
call
I think you then
them?
have to go to a phone.
I have to call.
Okay, I'll go to a
phone.
payphone.
Yeah.
I'll go to a payphone, call Urduk back, and just say, leave and page just not much.
No, I want Lazarus to show up just now after hearing everything. I don't know when he's gonna show up though.
No, well, Lazarus, honestly, the situation is, technically, you guys finished. You ended this situation. You're gonna clean it up without another ravaging, and you can just report to Lazarus we handled it.
Yeah.
Johnny, you want to make that call?
Actually, we have a big fucking problem. Truman told everyone to shut the bridges down, and he ain't here to tell them to shut them back on.
Well,
We'll figure it out. We got helicopters.
They can handle that. Yeah.
Oh man.
But so Johnny, you want to call Lazarus?
Sure, I'll call Lazarus.
Over in
It's like
Staten Island.
the sun is about to rise,
Yeah.
and he says, "Yes, hello. This is
Problem
Lazarus.
solved.
The problem is solved. Wait, you mean the ravaging one is?
No more.
Oh, and is it? Was there another ravaging?
No.
Excellent work. Oh, wonderful. Where is Mr. Graves?
No longer employed by the menagerie.
Oh, I see. There was a woman.
Countess and Graves have left the menagerie.
Both of them. Countess. Oh, we shared.
I think they were going to the Hamptons.
Makes sense.
Eventually.
Nice up there. Mr. Wright, well, first of all, excellent work. I know you wouldn't lie to me, so therefore, I believe you. It's been handled. I know that if anyone is able to sort of cover this up properly, it was you.
Yeah.
If there was no ravaging, I'm happy. Where did it happen? I'm on my way to Staten Island now.
Oh, not there. St. Peter's Cathedral.
Patrick.
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 I was thinking St. Patrick.
No, this is Patrick.
Oh. Mr. Wright, there was a woman who was alluded to, some kind of mercenary. Was she there?
She's toast.
Did you speak to her at all?
I don't think you did though.
Only in as much as she directed me to
Understood. Well, as long as...
Not really. Sentence or two.
Perfect. Then let's just disregard anything you heard from her. I am most happy to hear she's done. Mr. Wright, excellent work. I'm beyond impressed. The Empire Menagerie is clearly in good hands. With you and Gaius and whoever else survived and wasn't involved. Truman and, well, especially the Countess, she was a sort of quote-unquote relative of mine. We shared some lineage, but, well, you know, these things happen. Excellent work. Fantastic work, in fact. Oh, what good news.
Oh. What we do. We solve problems, we protect our city. We're masters of our domain.
I have a feeling soon that term will have more interesting meaning. Or maybe it already does. 94. Anyway, very good. With that, Lazarus.
Madrid.
From hell, he's like, Madrid.
And then I'll just sort of, you know, knock it, say goodbye, just hang up the phone, the payphone, and I'll walk back to Gaius. Before, as like Gaius' helicopter's like spinning up, I'm sure, with Harrison, I'm just like, I really would like to kill Lazarus at some point. I really do think we're gonna have to do that before we're used again.
In due time. In due time.
Nice. And off that perfect ending, we'll instead end it on a stupid comedy bit. As Archie and Bill Bluster are like, sorry, what are we supposed to do?
I was just about to that's exactly where I was gonna go too. Don't worry, you'll have new people to fly out. Just go back to the tower, I guess.
And
Come on,
that,
Legok. We've got work to do.
Absolutely. Hey. It's a character building experience. Pretty cool. That Helix one was cool. Would like to fly that, but it's okay, I don't. Okay. So with that, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Frogman, join me on the flight.
You're VP of marketing now.
I like the idea. Okay, then it should end. I was trying to have it end with something helicopter related. So as your helicopters take off, 4 helicopters take off in the bright sun, the Frogman screams and ribbits in terror, as this is not a means he was meant to travel by. And that is how we will end.
Michael Bay ending with the helicopters and the sunrise.
Amazing.
Oh, fantastic.
Those frogs were not meant to kiss the sky. And with that, we bring to a close Monster the Ravaging. Boy, some things went some fascinating directions in that.
Wow,
what a
that
tragic
was,
ending for Truman and the Countess, and yet also not, because they sort of got a fun thing. And it's not like, I don't even think you guys at this moment have a sense that like you're totally screwed. It's just you're immediately seeing that you're not in control of your destiny, you know? But like you'll surely be sent back to the world to manifest.
When he sees how bad I am at paperwork, he'll put me back out in the field.
Oh, man.
But Truman's so good at it. That's gonna be such a problem.
You guys are.
Oh no! You know, Truman, you are now just answering all of the. You're the IT department.
You're tech support for hell.
Oh my God,
you have to build all the infrastructure because that doesn't exist yet.
Well, the other real issue is that even though the Countess is terrible at paperwork, Truman's probably doing all her paperwork too. Like I just
For sure.
Oh God.
Oh, Truman. I'm so glad that you did that. I was like so.
Oh, one dice roll. Literally one dice roll. That whole situation, the whole story would have changed in a totally different way.
If he'd been damned, then it would have been you two. Like then Mephistopheles would have come in and said, "You guys nailed it." Yeah.
It would have gone to Staten Island. Would have taken out the Menagerie. It would have been gold.
And
Johnny and Gaius would have.
Or even if God had
target
said,
on their back.
Or even if God had just called in sick and been like, "Yeah, I don't care."
It came down to 2 dice rolls, I guess. Really.
Yep.
And I'm a real jerk who likes to, really pull those out.
That was pretty cool.
So that was fun stuff. Well, thanks, guys.
Fun.
I was sort of feeling like at the end there, when Truman came in and betrayed everyone, I used all my willpower trying to convert him to make him finish what he started and to summon the big beast, which didn't work. I'm there with no willpower, no combat. I'm going, I'm out of here. I'm done.
I'm out.
We're boned.
Peace. This is not my situation. Oh, what? Oh, I'm still on the thing? Oh, now I'm like leading it. Okay, great. Just kidding.
Now,
Yeah,
then now I act all
Oh.
cool to Mephistopheles himself,
Pivot,
even
pivot.
though I didn't contribute to the end.
That's fun. Well, everybody, thank you so much for indulging our sort of like 90s goofy sort of gothic punk terror. We
this
definitely
game is so
will
much fun.
We'll revisit this. Because
We'll
it's-
revisit
We'll
Re-ribbit it?
re-ribbit it. That frogman, oh boy, he's gonna, I do like the idea that the frogman has to be on the council next time. It's like, ribbit. So that was.
I can't allow that. That's too much power on the aquatic side.
Finn
You
and
can't
Gil.
have a.
Can't have all that Finn and Gil. So, but we'll see whether or not we these. I'm sure we'll check in on these characters somehow. But whether or not we do another monster thing, or if we look at if we follow those the hammers, or the witches, or if we just do a game if we just do a conclave game, and it's just set in the Vatican, as they're just like dealing with this because it's.
Then I will be Isabella Rossellini, and I will give so much.
You'll give so much and still just not have the proportionate number of scenes you should. Yeah.
No.
She did she got nominated for it, right?
I know.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing where it's like, I mean, she's very good at it, but it's probably the thing where that's more like a career nomination.
Yeah,
of
totally.
Well, it's like, I haven't seen it yet, but like there's in History of Violence. She's in the movie for 10 minutes. Just William Hurt.
Oh yeah.
Shows up for like an incredible 10 minutes.
I mean, the most egregious of that is Judi Dench for Shakespeare in Love, right?
Correct.
So she's in it for that's the shortest screen time anyone's ever won an Oscar for. She's like 3.5 minutes or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, but we'll definitely revisit this silly 90s stuff at some point. We've got some other games coming up.
What?
Though.
What a treat.
Yeah, what a treat. I will say.
Wait,
Yes.
Can I ask though?
Please.
So Faust put the hit out on himself.
Yes,
I get
sorry,
that.
I know
That's the
this is all
Luca
very
connection.
complicated. Yeah, Faust put the hit out on himself. There was some, and I didn't go into it because I kind of it makes sense to me. It's basically because his ravaging, unlike yours, is him being sort of taken over by a devil. There's this moment of like disconnect of choice and free will where he could effectively be like it's almost like it's like a glitch in like confession absolution. Where,
I get it.
After that, since he's taking over, it's almost like my slate's wiped clean, so if I die right now, I'm okay.
So Lazarus really didn't have anything to do with this.
That was my question. What's the deal with Lazarus?
Oh shoot, sorry, we didn't. Okay, yeah, we'll go on real quick. We'll tell you. Yes, Lazarus knew that Faust took all that money and put the hit out on himself. And he suspected he was going to try to ravage and ruin everything they built. So Lazarus was trying to quietly shut it all down. But he didn't want to bring in the rest of the Under Menagerie because then that would like cut him out of the. He wanted to use this. He wanted to use the power vacuum of get rid of Faust, take the power that Faust had. He wanted to handle it all himself so he could benefit from it.
So it's kind of like corporate intrigue kind of thing,
exactly,
right? So it's like
intrigue thing, and he
I
did
get it.
basically.
It was him trying to take advantage of this thing. He didn't cause it. He was trying to take advantage of the thing that he knew was happening.
He did, by being an idiot, he did cause that. He caused that first ravaging in the church in upstate New York.
Yeah.
He did cause that because he tried to. He confronted Faust there, and Faust ravaged.
And
then he came.
And
to
that's
and said,
why. That's
"There's
why
been
he
a
knew of
ravaging."
it before we knew of it because he caused it. And
he was like, "This is on you guys." So that way, he was like, "Well, now everyone knows it's a ravaging. At least it's on them, not me." That was the idea.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He doesn't want us to talk to Luca because we would find out about
that he did it.
Madrid and everything. Yeah.
in Madrid and everything, which we found out.
You already
before.
did.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, but how do the Rosicrucians factor in?
So
How
here's-
does the Vatican
So here's what I
factor
have to
in?
say. Gaius, the Vatican, so now the truth for both of you, Gaius, the Vatican factors in because you involved them. Johnny, the Rosicrucians do not factor in. You misread the symbol.
So we're going over this in our debriefing postmortem. We're going over. We're going. Wait, where is the Vatican and the Rosicrucians crop in and all of this?
I also like that literally just like after one night's sleep, Johnny might be like, I might not have seen a Rosicrucian symbol now.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is all
That was the
one
same
night.
This whole
night.
game
We haven't
was
slept.
one night. Yeah.
That was 8 hours ago.
Like, you know what? As I think about it,
Oh,
I
you
was
know
very
what? I don't even
addled.
think that was even a Rosicrucian symbol.
No.
Now
And
I
then-
think
Wait,
about
wait,
it.
what's
Gaius
this?
is
This
over
is the
here going-
Rosicrucian symbol. That's the Rosicrucian symbol. No, I saw this.
And then Gaius is
That's a
going,
bullet
wait a
hole.
minute.
Oh.
Wait a minute. The Vatican wasn't involved at all. Until you know what? I didn't call him.
I didn't call
Nothing happened. Every witness of that is me and Johnny involving the Vatican.
Basically, it's Johnny and Gaius just doing the end of a Burn After Reading.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
like, so what do we learn? Nothing.
We're,
Oh,
we're
what about
turning
that
it
guy?
from
Oh,
a
fuck.
very. We're turning it to a very, what is it, Coen Brothers?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so
Oh.
in any event, yes, any other lingering questions?
Nope, that answered
Understood.
it.
Well, and if we have them, we'll answer another time, and we will revisit this world one way or another. For the next few weeks on Sundays, we still may have some games. We might even like announce what the next Sunday game will be and do like a character build thing for it or something. But we're probably not going to have like an ongoing game again until kind of like early March. Basically, we'll wait until we have a lot of little conflicts here and there. So the week after the Oscars, we'll be back with something on Sunday nights, I would imagine. But until that time, check and see if we have just like a random stream. Otherwise, join us on Mondays for Dreamlands Theater of the Mind's MEI. Tomorrow, we're doing some kind of corporate team building scenario, whether it's a retreat or they're hosting a brunch, one way or another. The team's gonna get closer or not. And they're gonna meet their new member, Manticore, get to know him a little better.
Yeah.
on-
And obviously Lighthouse.
And
like 1,000,000% Lighthouse.
just as
is on
much
this.
Lighthouse as we can. On Wednesday, we are resuming the Deck of Long Lost Things. Here's a question for you, Jed, because you're in that game. Should we? I was just gonna continue the numbering. I was just gonna have it be chapter 8, and it's kind of like book 2 or whatever. But should we renumber it? Should we like set number 1 renumber?
No, I think. How did you number it before?
Just chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I would say let's say book 2, chapter 1.
Book 2, chapter 1.
Oh.
I think that would make
Or
the
deal,
most sense.
maybe it should be deal 2 and 2.
Mm,
Something like that.
second deck,
Deck
2.
Wait, what?
Second deck. Well, I'll think of something like that. But so basically, the point is that it is continuing from there. We did a big thing. I actually have now written up. I've tried to write as concisely as possible what happened in all that time for them. It's way too long. I'm trying to cut it down, as well as like all the exact things they unlocked from those cards, and it's very fun. So I will share that beforehand so they can try to catch up to it. / I'll just read it all online on stream because I have to. But that'll be Wednesday, and then Friday we will not be playing Arkham Mask, but we still will be building characters. Our first character building actually went like really well. Like I'm very happy with the incredibly like grounded and just like interpersonal conflicts we're creating between these characters. So we'll just do more of that, and maybe then start a little more of the mechanical build as well. So join us for that. That's going to be our Arkham, Call of Cthulhu game. You can go to our Discord to interact with us, our YouTube to watch old episodes, our wiki to see all these games kind of go together. Please also follow all these wonderful people on their channels. Would anyone like to plug, mention Manzukis, Womanzukis, complain, or reference anything? Yes.
I don't know anything big. Just come check out my channel. Oh, there's a camera. Camera 1. Got you. We're
It's funny because you've been looking forward, like the way you look at Philip on the screen.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you've been talking about the whole time. It's like, oh right, the camera. It's
Yeah.
very
Right, camera. Yeah. It's weird because like I just moved into an apartment, so like everything's a little bit disjointed.
sure. Yeah.
I used to have my screen on this side, so I'd look this way. Now it's over here. Anyway, point is, I'm doing more stuff on my YouTube channel, so come check me out, Deadwood Jedi, and you can check out my website, deadwoodjedi.com. So that's fun. We're doing a free-to-play series right now. So I'm trying to do updates for that at least once or twice a week, do some live streams and stuff like that. But it's great if you're interested in playing a game called Raid Shadow Legends. It's been around for a long time, and it's a really good game. It's actually really friendly for free-to-play players and new players. It wasn't always the case, but it is now.
That's really cool.
And
That's a
there's some
cool
fun
thing.
stuff coming.
It's cool when they are good for free. Like it's like when there's a genuine
Yes.
good for free.
Is this
play.
stream sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends?
It is not. It is not.
This was-
None of my stuff actually is. I just cover the channel because that's
It should
where I
be.
make a living.
go.
It should be maybe. But yeah, it's funny because like I don't think like a lot of these games, more and more they're giving more resources to people, right? And obviously they want to sell stuff, but like there's so many more things that as a free-to-play player you're able to do a lot of the game, and that's one of the things about this free-to-play challenge. We have like 60 creators all participating in it, and they're showing what they can do in their account. Yeah, I've been 2 weeks in and I've gotten pretty far along way into it. One of the biggest things is something that I've covered extensively in my websites about is the clan boss, and I got to top tier last time in like 60 days. And so I'm hopeful to beat that this time. So like that's kind of, there's a lot of stuff there available for you. So if it's something you want to play, you don't want to spend money, I don't blame you. That's what you should. I think it's a pretty decent game for that. Other than that, I don't really have anything. I haven't been watching anything fun or new or cool, so I'll pass it along to whomever else would like to talk.
So according to my Substack, you have something going on. That's my Substack subscription to Anna's newsletter.
Oh yeah, I'm doing a live stream to my premium subscribers on Tuesday. Wait, that's not
Tuesday.
Tomorrow. That's day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
At 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be making low carb, obviously, grain-free, gluten-free, cheese biscuits, and asparagus onion mushroom soup, which sounds gross, and it's not. It's absolutely incredible, and I should have named it better. That's on me.
The problem is the naming. Oh well.
Well, just call it ammo. Just call it ammo soup.
Ammo soup.
AMO, right?
Yeah. I'm making AMO soup, and it's yummy. And that's all I have. Tune in, subscribe to annavicino.substack.com for delicious recipes. Thank you, Pierce.
No problem. I'm going to make a recommendation that feels very appropriate with how things went and unfolded and the surprising content that also, I think it's later. It's definitely later. I think it's like 98, but it's of this time period.
I really have a suspicion of what you're about to say, but go ahead.
I know.
I'm going to write it down to see if I'm right.
Okay, I'll just. It is an R-rated movie, and notably, I don't know if it was the first R-rated movie I saw in the theater, but I remember seeing this movie with my mother in a theater, and her at one point becoming very uncomfortable that she had taken me to this movie. But this movie that I'm recommending is End of Days, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well done.
I love that. Yeah.
Well done.
I don't love that.
Good one.
There's a game within the game now. I like it.
I mean, we were having like a fight out with like demons in a church. It's pretty, like a cathedral.
And it doesn't go well, and it just has to, and like nothing goes as planned.
Yeah. Oh man, very good. Well, there you go. Well, on that note, guys, thank you so much for enjoying. I really appreciate everyone kind of jumping into the spirit of the silliness. This has been a very fun kind of like. It's not like we needed a palate cleanser after Here Be Dragons, but this has been a very fun game to run sort of post that as a thing. Ka, thank you so much for joining us. I know this was kind of... Ka has played with some of these players before, but this was Ka coming in.
Yeah, it was super fun.
I also am just...
Yeah, definitely.
This has been very fun. I'm also going to say, just as we said at the beginning, but like, I also just really do thank Vonda for asking to play this.
Yeah.
I know, and then she wasn't able to, which is, the saddest thing ever, but it really did bring us a lot of fun.
Because of her asking for this, we have had one of like the most fun games I've done, not just on the channel, but just ever.
Oh, yeah.
Like this is like maybe the most fun I've ever had playing an RPG.
Just because it's so...
There's something really, really freeing about understanding that everything was cinematic in design and execution, and also like the setting and stuff. Like it was very like I didn't have to feel beholden to reality at all.
Yeah, it was very and it is a good system. I'll as much as we make fun of like
it was.
No, it's a very good,
World of Darkness,
shockingly crunchy system.
Good, crunchy, but crunchy but quick. Yeah. Crunchy, but you get how it works. Yeah.
Like simple to pick up, easy to understand, but a lot of depth.
Yeah.
So. Very impressive.
And I was really surprised. I was really surprised that the combat was still enjoyable. A lot of times with those quick systems, the combat's not very fun, but this one was way more fun than I was expecting.
I'm gonna need about half an hour after we hang up to sort back my D10s.
Put them back with all their sets, exactly.
Yes.
Very good. Well, thank you all so much for being here. This was fun. for the last time and officially, the monster is loose.
Not anymore. We fixed that.
But now you guys are loose on the city, and they're loose, trapped in hell. Well, okay. Good night, everyone.